Boy, it's getting hot. Well, we've been having heat indexes of over 110 degrees, and that is putting a strain on the unit. I'm going to show you something that you can do. You need to do this at least once a year. Twice a year would be ideal. This is something very low cost and pretty easy to do. It takes about an hour, more or less, and you should have help. If you don't have help, you still can do it like I did. Before we continue on with this video, I wanted to bring up today's sponsor, which is you. So Patreon gives us an opportunity to engage with our fans that really want to support the channel. Every day, small channels like mine goes away. And the reason why is that, 1, YouTube cheats us. 2, it costs so much and we're not getting enough money. And 3, we're just lacking the support we need. So Patreon gives you a chance to support small content creators like myself so that I can continue putting out the content you like. And the way it's set up is that it's a paid monthly subscription. And so you pay Patreon, and then Patreon pays me. And so with each paid level, you get different benefits. So I got Friends of Kin, and that is the lowest level. Then I've got the Squatch Squad, and so that's another level. And then I got Mega Patrons. And so each one has a certain benefit that I think is worth the level of money that you're paying out. And so it is a way that you can help me to shape this channel, for you to support this channel, to provide things that I need monetarily to keep things going. So I need your help. And this is a way that you can help. So please go to my Patreon channel, and link it is in the description as well. And on to the video. We all know that changing the air filter is one of the best things that you can do for your AC unit, but there's also something that you can do to help maintain the life and longevity of your AC unit and keep it working in proper order. With heat indexes getting over 110 degrees in the south, most people don't realize it, but your units need upkeep. And one of the things that you can do at home is clean your units, but most people don't know how to do that. So we're going to do that with my unit here, which is desperately in need of cleaning. First thing I did is blew all the leaves from around the unit so I can get to it and access it better. Next thing we're going to do is cut off the power, so I'm going to bring that down. Okay, the next thing you got to do is take these nuts off here. And so these bolts are 5/16, and so I've got me it's better to have the hand tool, but if you don't have a hand tool, then use what you got. But they can actually strip very easily, so you want to be very careful with this. Be sure to put these in a cup or other device so that they don't get lost. So I had 9 here. The next thing we'll do is slowly and very carefully make sure we take this lid off, but you've got some wires connecting here, so you want to make sure that you don't get the wires kinked up or messed up. Okay, now I've got that rested, but you can see all this stuff in here. You need to clean that out, and also be careful not to bend the fins like I did. So I'll show you how to fix that. But also, one of the things you need to look at is see if you got a single or a double set of fins. In this case, I've got a single set. So what you do is clean this out, and then we'll go to the next step. Now, I don't have any help with this, and I don't have the tools. Normally you'd want to use something like a shop vac, but I don't have a shop vac, and this has been so abused over the years. And this is my first time with units, so we've only been in the house maybe a year. And I had so much stuff going on, I didn't look at the unit. That's my fault. So this is years of crud just building. So it filled the pan all the way up. There was no drainage. There was nothing here being done. So I'm cleaning all this out. There's dirt and grimes. I'm having to work myself to death with gloves and everything else. I have no help. So again, if you had a shop vac, this would be a lot easier. I don't have a shop vac. I'm having to use a regular vacuum cleaner, mostly gloves in my hands to dig this stuff out. So it'll be a while. Alright, this is so clogged up that the little drain holes, and it's hard to see here. I'm trying to show you the drain holes, but right there are the drain holes in the pan, and they are clogged up. So I'm going to run a little bit of water and try to get these drain holes all in here unclogged. So something to note about here, when you're mowing your grass, a lot of times if you don't have a bagger or something, you'll kick up a lot of dirt. And what's happened is they mowed up to this right here, and there was just like 1.5 inches of mud, and then there was like this space under here is just covered in dirt. And so I'm having to clean out from under this just so that the water inside the pan can release. So this thing has been thoroughly neglected over the years. Alright, it's not ideal, but again, I don't have a shop vac, and I did clean out the spot, so it is draining 110% better than what it was. Okay, so we're going to use this product here. Any HVAC coil cleaner will work. I am not promoting this product. I'm not being paid to use this product. It's just the product I found cheapest online. Please ignore the helicopter. We have a ton of air bases around here, and so that's just sound of freedom. What you do is you spray this in a uniform fashion. Do it from the outside. Then you do the outside, like that. Now we're going to let this sit for a good 10 minutes. Also want to mention, one can should be good enough to do one unit, but you've got to work quickly. You can't just sit and spray. Now I took a little bit of time showing you for the camera, but really these need to be fast motions that you're making. So I went a little slower and went a little bit over on one side just to show you for the purposes of video, but move a little faster than what I was moving, and one can is good enough. Also, another thing to mention, these dirty fins, they can cause anywhere from as low as 5% to almost 20% loss in efficiency of your unit over time. So what you do here is you set your hose on shower, the lightest setting possible, and go from the top to the bottom, and you just lightly work this through. And I'm actually able to finally see those copper pipes in here for the first time ever, so that's good. And all that dirt and grime is just going down to the bottom. And then this will run into the pan, help clean out the pan as well. So I'm going to continue this on. Oh, I also want to mention, you do it from the outside going towards, or from the inside going to the outside, because that is where the dirt came from. So you're trying to clean the dirt. You can see all those wonderful little pipes in there, so that's awesome. Really and truly, I don't have any bent fins, but if you did have bent fins, now I've got a little bit of crumpling at the top, but they're all crumpled because that's where the top goes on, so I'm not going to worry about that. But if you did have some bent fins up here somewhere, you can take a stiff bristle brush and do an upstroke, and it'll actually straighten out those fins. So it's time to go ahead and put the top back on here. Again, be very careful of those wires right there. We're going to put them back on. We're going to put the little screws back in here. You got to be careful because you can strip them out very easily. So be very careful. And then we'll kick her back on. Alright, so these have all been screwed in hand tight. That's the reason why I like these little cheap, this is a little Hyper Tough, one of those little cheapo wrenches. That's the reason why I like them, because you really can't put a lot of torque on it. And as soon as it gets a little hand tight, that's when you stop. So if you don't have a regular hand driver, you can use one of these cheapo hand wrenches and it will do the job. I wouldn't do a regular ratchet wrench because you can just strip that off so easily. The instructions say to wait until the fan's dry. It is 110 heat index at least here, and so what we're going to do now is turn on the power. So here we go. That is working. Now we got a clean AC unit. I hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends that you might have. Landlords, new homeowners, anything of that nature. Please comment down below if you got any other suggestions I didn't cover that maybe I needed to. One thing I didn't cover is that there was no fuse there, so I didn't pull the fuse out. But if you have a fuse, pull that out. Other than that, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.